record.
Hi, guys. Welcome. I see Kathleen Cox. Let's see who else I see here. Cheryl, Susan, Kyle, Kelly, Deb. Oh, and we have a Julie Roth. Hello, Lexi. Kelly. Well, welcome, guys. Tonight we're going to be doing a wall hanging. All right. The sample was done with an aluminum bracelet blank. It's amazing what you could do with these blanks, guys. You can make wall hangings. You can use them as bookmarks. You can use them as martini stirrers. The perfect weather's coming up for hot cocoa stirrers as well. So I came up with this idea, and I guess I gave a Facebook Live challenge a couple of months ago, where I challenged some of our Facebook watchers to utilize their bracelet blanks to create a wall hanging. And I think it just took off. It's a really great project, especially if you are, you have the tools and you're going back and forth with how to use them. We're going to be using the multifunction hammer today. With some textures, some ball peen, and we're going to utilize pretty much all of the heads in that kit. All right. The screw hold down punch, the metal shears. So I'm going to kind of stop talking because it's, you know, and bring you to my bench, because it's a really long process on how to make this. And if there's anything that Jen and I did not cover, or a question that maybe we missed, like Jen said before, you could always send us a message and we will do our best to answer you. Or you could join us on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12:30 for our Facebook Lives, and we can address that question there if that's possible. So I am going to swing you guys around and we are going to start. So I'm going to throw it right back to Jen.
So anyone who just joined us, this is the lovely wall hanging image that we will be creating today, in case you missed it. If you guys do stamp this project tonight with us, we would love you to post it on your social media pages and hashtag Make It With Michaels, as well as hashtag ImpressArt, so we can see it. I see that the chat room's a little bit quiet, so anyone let us know where you're stamping from. So where you're coming from, and also if you are a newbie, new to stamping, or how long you've been stamping for. So I see that Rita is ready over.
We are ready.
And this is a little bit of a time-consuming project, so we want to get every minute possible.
Yes. So what we're going to start with, I ran to Michael's right before the class, and I just picked up some of the small vials that you guys could use, all the way from a 1/2-inch tube, okay, to a 2.4 centimeter, a 2.8. So there are many different options at Michael's to do these, and you would find these in the jewelry section. Okay. And the glue that you could use today is either a E6000, or I picked up a Loctite. Loctite is a really good glue to use. You do, it does reduce the risk of finger bonding, which I happen to have a very bad problem with, hence the glue all over my fingers. So this is great for jewelry, metal embellishments, anything pertaining to metal stamping. Okay, this works really, really well. So we have the Loctite, which is available at your Michael's, the E6000, and also we have the Gorilla Glue with micro precision. This works really well too, and it's got a quick set time of 10 seconds, but just don't glue your fingers together. So definitely the E6000 or the Loctite, whatever your preference is. So we're also going to be using some crystal chips. These are clear quartz. These are sold at Michael's in your jewelry aisle as well. we're going to be using the 1/4 inch aluminum bracelet blanks. Okay, now we do have bracelet blanks in a longer size. You could use your 7-inch if you have them as well. If you have brass and copper laying around, you could use those metals as well. You can mix your metals, completely up to you. Now, this project could be done 2 ways. Okay, what we're gonna be doing is with jump rings. All right, but I'm gonna show you one that I have just glued. So instead of using your jump rings, you would use butterfly clips, glue that, clip that on, and in about 12 hours, you'll be good to go. All right, and this is with the large cylinder. So, oh, there's actually one more. In the dollar section, when you're heading up to the register, if you want to get super creative, we have a cigar holder. Doesn't come with the top, but the top is open. All right, and this goes, you could put a really nice spider plant inside of that. All right, and let me just bend this up a little bit more. This is one that I've used glue at the top, the bottoms, and the sides. So really, you could totally make this project your own, go crazy with it, and we are going to start. So your first step is going to be taking the plastic off, that coating, off your bracelet blanks. Now, you'll find that the coating, your first bracelet doesn't have coating on it. That's just so it could show you in the packaging what tone you're working with. But the rest of them have this film on the front and back, and that's to protect your blanks in transit so they're not scratching up against one another. So you're going to pull your film off both, all 3, and you're going to do one more for your center. Okay, let's grab. Okay, and what you want to do next is you just want to pull your block away, place your bracelets flat. You're going to come in with a Sharpie marker. Okay. And what I want you to do is just really make your cage. All right. So I am going to come about a 1/2 inch. I'm going to take my ruler. And I'm going to come in at a 1/2 inch. And I'm going to place a dot right at the top. Okay, right in the center of that bracelet. I'm going to do the same to the second bracelet, 1/2 inch, place a dot. Now for my third, I'm going to actually, for my 2 sides, sorry about that, guys. I'm going to come in and right before the bottom, I'm going to place 2 more dots. All right. So far you should have a dot on 2 right at the 1/2 inch mark. And then at the bottom, right before the ending. Okay. Which I want to say is about 2 centimeters in. Okay. Then you're going to come with your bar across and you're going to do the same thing. You're literally going to put your dots towards your ends. All right. So after all of your dots are done, we're going to come in with our hole punch. Okay. You're going to take your blank, feed it into your screw down hole punch, and you're going to follow the dot that you marked. All right, if everybody could see that. And you're going to screw down your punch. Once you feel it pierce the metal, you're going to take it back, unscrew it, Just make sure that you're holding that bracelet blank, that you don't have any scratches or marring on the metal. And there you go. There's your hole. You're going to do the same on the opposite side. Screw it down. And then unscrew that punch. Okay, so now I have two of my ends. This is my bottom piece. Now I'm going to start on my two sides. Hello, Alicia. I'm going to come in. Find my dot. There's one hole. Okay, and my bottom. All right, and then unscrew. And then one more at the top. Your fingers will definitely get a workout tonight.
I know you're a pro at this, Rita.
Oh my God, even my hands hurt tonight. And to answer, I know what, is there an easy way to do this? No, unfortunately, there's not an easier way to do this. So this is actually the worst part. Can you do two pieces? No, you can't do two pieces of metal at the same time. That would be fantastic, but unfortunately, the punch won't go through two pieces. It's a good question. That I would totally, if I didn't know what I was doing, I would totally ask that question. It's a good question. Unfortunately, no. All right. So you're going to take your bracelets and you're just going to place them to the side. All right. You're going to take an additional bracelet blank. And what I want you to do is, let's see. All right. We're going to take our ruler again. Okay. And you're going to come in at an inch. Actually, I think that was longer than that, Jen. I think it was 1.5 inches. So you're just going to mark your 1.5 inches. Okay. And you're going to come in with your metal shears. Where are you? Where are you? Okay. So the ImpressArt metal shears are fantastic. They cut through up to, what is it, Jen? 20 gauge, 18 gauge?
I believe 18.
18 gauge, right. And you're just going to take it and give it a snip. All right. So then you're going to have your 1.5 inch piece. And then I just want you to take it again and just snip your end off just a little bit. So you have square ends on the side of each. We're going to prep this blank now. So your next step is your sanding block. And you're just going to sand those down a little bit. All right. Just to knock down those edges so they're not so sharp. All right, then we're going to come back in, and just like we drew our holes on our bracelet blanks, we're going to do the same here. So you're going to go right towards your ends in your middle, just like that. And I promise you, this is the last time we're using that screw hole down punch for this, for this project. So you're going to come in, place that right inside of that jaw, okay, and screw down. Jen, I see a sanding block question. But I can't read
Yeah.
it.
Maureen is asking, is the sanding block one for metal, or can you use the same that you use for wood?
I would stick to one that you would want to use for metal, because what happens if you use a wood sanding block, the metal dust gets on it and it kind of like leaves a really weird film if you're going to go and use it again on a piece of wood. So you want to definitely stick with the metal file. All right. So now you have your bar, okay, with a hole at each end. Then you're going to come in again, okay, and you are going to find your center. Place one little dot. I told the white lie. We're using the screw hole down punch one more time. You're going to come right into that center. And use your screw punch again. Once it pierces that metal, you're going to take it and unscrew it again. Okay. So what you have here is your 1.5 inch. You have 3 holes in it. You have a center hole, a hole on each end. Then you have your 2 sidebars. Okay. You have a hole at a 1/2 inch mark at the top, holes right at the bottom. And then your crossbar has a hole right in the beginning and one right on the opposite side at the end. Now we're going to bring our bench block in front of us. It's really important, guys, when you're metal stamping to use a steel block. All right, we're going to use our steel block today, and we are going to start with our multifunction hammer. I'll pull that back and just show you guys. All right, we're going to use the sprinkle stamp that's in that multifunction hammer kit. Okay, you could see it, it's a 6mm design stamp. Sprinkles got a lot of lines on it, and you're going to see that there is a screw at the bottom. All right, if you don't have a head in it at all, what you're going to do is you're going to take whatever head you have inside out. You're going to place your stamp right inside of that cavity, and then you're going to tighten your screw securely at the bottom. Now, when you're using this design stamp or any 6mm design stamp in this hammer, it depends on how hard you're hitting. It's going to come loose. So you want to do one of 2 things. You want to make sure that the screw is really in the palm of your hand, firmly pressed up against it, that your hand is at the bottom of that hammer. Because if you hold that hammer very far up here, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to give yourself a really nice blood blister when you hit that block. Okay, so you definitely want to hold it at the end and hold it nice and securely in the palm. Okay, you're cradling that screw. All right, so what we're going to begin is we're going to start, it doesn't matter, we're going to texture all of them, so it doesn't matter which one you start with, but I like to turn my block. This is a 4x4 ImpressArt metal stamping block. I like to turn it in a diamond pattern in front of me because I have more space to work. I'm going to place my fingers where I feel comfortable. I'm going to take my texture hammer. I'm going to begin to texture the entire piece. Now you want to make sure that when you're going around your holes, you're not so aggressive with your hammer because you don't want to drill your holes again. Okay. So again, you want to make sure that screw is nice and tightened. You want to texture that entire piece. Now, the closer you get them together, the nicer they look. All right. So make sure you get your impressions very close. And it looks a lot like this. It looks very diamond cut, very pretty once we polish it off with the buffing block. So you're going to continue to texture the one side of each of your blanks. Okay. Now you have your fourth blank has no holes in it. You're going to want to texture one side of that blank as well. So you have the 3 blanks that you pierced your holes through, one plain blank with no holes, and then that one piece of bracelet cuff that we cut to 1.5 inches, and you have 3 holes in it. I want you to take your texture hammer and texture your all of your cuffs. All right. Jen, if you have any questions, let me know.
So if everyone who's stamping along, continue texturing, and those who aren't or have questions, please feel free to ask them in the chat room. Texturing is my personal favorite metal stamping technique. Can't mess that up, right, Rita?
Nope.
Lexi's asking if you could texture both sides or should you just only texture one side?
You could texture both sides, Lex, but I would just texture the one side for now. If you want, if you wanted to do a message on the back of your bracelet, you could definitely do something like that as well, with your letter stamps, but definitely you're only texturing tonight one side of your bracelet. Now, if your bracelet starts to get a little wonky, it's because you're forging into metal. That's nothing to worry about. I'm going to show you how you could flatten that out. But you're just going to concentrate on texturing all of your bracelet blanks for now. And then when we're all done, we're going to go back and we're going to troubleshoot all of it.
Alicia is asking if the texture you're using, is that the sprinkle stamp that comes with the multifunction hammer?
This is the sprinkle stamp.
Yes, so our multifunction hammer is available on Michaels.com and in Michaels stores for $30. It comes with 4 interchangeable heads, a sprinkle design stamp, a ball peen texture stamp, a chasing head stamp, as well as a nylon head.
So here are all the heads. Okay. So I'm going to play around, and you could switch your patterns, guys. If you want to do a ball peen for your other side, you definitely can. You want to make sure that the notch is facing down when you place it into your hammer, and then you're going to secure the screw at the bottom. Okay. I'm going to come in and I'm going to mix my textures. Now, if you feel more secure by taping your bracelet blank down, please do so. I like the option of having to turn my bracelet while I'm stamping. So I prefer no tape and my fingers, but it's really personal preference. I'm going to keep on texturing. You can spread your texture out. You can really concentrate on certain areas. It really is personal preference. All right. I'm going to come in with my little bar and give that some texture. I'm only going to do the ends of that. Flip it around. There you go, and do the ends of both.
Okay.
And I'm going to come back in with my bottom bar. I'm going to finish texturing this one. Now, with your fourth bracelet that you have no holes in it, we're going to do a little bit of a different technique on that. So if you want to finish up your third cup, all right. So I have my 3 textured. Okay, then I'm going to come in with my center bar where I'm going to put my glass vial. And I'm not going to texture the entire cuff. I'm just going to texture the outskirts of it. Okay. I'm just going to concentrate on hitting the sides. And this is a really nice technique because it looks like a diamond cut on the edges. Okay. Gives it a very sparkly, glittery effect. All right. Follow that all the way around. Making sure to tighten my screw at the bottom of my hammer. Okay, so by now you should have your one bracelet blank completely textured around the outskirts of it. Okay, your little 1.5 inch piece, your 2 side brackets, okay, and then your bottom bar. So we're going to place our long bracelet cuffs aside, and we're going to work on our center drop right now. I'm going to take 3 crystals, and it's personal preference. If at a later date you want to go longer with, let's say you want to make that 2 inches so it's nice and wide and put several crystals in it, you are more than welcome. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your wire. All right. And take your metal shears. And I want you to cut off about, I want to say 2 inches of your wire. You could use flush cutters. You're just going to nip it. All right. And just straighten that out. Okay. So I have my crystals. Then I'm going to come in and I'm going to use that hole as my center mark. Okay. Because we know that it's our center mark. We're going to come in with our ring bending plier. Okay. That's this one right here. Now, don't be confused with your bracelet bending plier. This is your ring. Okay. So I'll just show you the jaws of each. That's your ring bending plier. That's your bracelet. So you definitely don't want to use your bracelet. You want to use the curvature of your ring. All right. You're going to come in. You're going to make sure that you're holding your bracelet part, that piece that you cut. Okay. And you're following that curvature. You want to make sure that you can see the texture. Okay. On there. You're going to take it. And then I want you to give it a squeeze. Okay. And you're going to see that it is going to curve that piece of metal. And you're just going to work around it. Okay. Bending it so it has a really nice arch in the center. Just like that. Okay. Then what you're going to do is I want you to come in with your buffing block. And we're just going to polish that up a little bit. You're going to move it down your metal. Look how beautiful that shines it up. Okay. You're going to move it in the same direction. And you're just going to polish it slightly. Okay.
Which gauge wire are you using?
This is, hold on, I got to run across the studio. 1 second. It is, let's see, 18 gauge. 18 gauge beadle-on wire. That's also found at Michael's. Okay. So before we string our crystals on, guys, you're going to come in and you're going to use a ball head pin, which is also found at Michael's. All right. And you're going to place that right in the center, just like that. All right. And what you're going to do now is I want you to put your thumb right there. Okay. Right in the center to hold that straight. You're going to take your round nose plier and you're going to make a hoop with it. You're going to make a loop with it. All right. And it came right out. my luck tonight. All right, so we're gonna do something else. Okay, so you're gonna take a piece of your wire. We're troubleshooting now. Use your round nose pliers, okay, and just make a hoop. Twist it and make a hoop. So it acts as a knot, and then you're gonna take your wire and just bend it up. So now we've made our own head pin. I'm sure everybody wanted to learn how to make a head pin. And you're going to place it again right through here, right through your hole. And you're going to come in and make your bail. Twist your wire around it. Now I am definitely not a wire wrapper. I know I have some wire wrappers in that class. I know Alicia that's joining us today. She is fantastic at doing this. So no judging here. All right. And then you could take a pair of flush cutters and just give it a little snip. All right. Then you could take a chain nose and just tuck your wire in. All right. There we go. So you have a nice bail on top of your piece. Then what you're going to do is you're going to come back in with your wire and you're going to string them in any order you'd like. Why is nothing working today? Let's see. Hold on one second. Let's see. All right, so we have a 20 gauge. So the thing about working with crystals, guys, is obviously when you buy them from Michael's or any bead store, they are strung on a fishing line. But sometimes the holes are irregular. So even though you might get your fishing line through it, and my sample had an 18 gauge in it, you might have some discrepancies. So this one is not so tight. And the second one might fit through your 20 gauge. So what I'm using now is the Bead 20 gauge. All right. And I string them right on my wire. And you could see if you could fit another one just by lining that up. And I can fit another crystal here. So we're going to see how that looks. Perfect. And I like that big cluster. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my bail. I'm going to string it through one side, have it go over my crystals. Okay. And I'm going to pull my wire out a little bit. Okay. And get it into that second hole. All right. I'm passing that right through. You want to wiggle it a little bit. Let's see. See if I get a thinner crystal there. There we go. And it's going to come right through that side. All right, just like that. Okay, so you want to push your wire through. And you just got to be really gentle with it because you will break them. So let them fall freely and do what they want. And that's when your wire comes out. Okay, so now I have them just like this. I'm going to take my wire cutter. I'm going to snip off my excess. And I'm going to take and just bend right around the back. Okay. And that's going to be my hanging cluster for my wall hanging. Okay. I'm going to set that aside. And now we're going to work with jump rings. So I want you to take your jump rings out. Okay. And Michael's definitely has, I believe, on that list of supplies, they have a mixed bag of jump rings. So you're going to utilize your 6 and your 7s for this project. And we're going to start at the top. So we're going to take 2 of the blanks that we marked at a 1/2 inch. Okay. And we are going to open up our jump ring. You're going to start with your 7. Okay. When you're opening up a jump ring, you want to make sure that you have 2 of them, 1 on each side, 2 pliers with your opening facing the ceiling, and you want to laterally twist that. Okay. So we're going to put our first jump ring on. Okay. And then we're going to come in and hang past our second bracelet blank through. So you're going to get something that looks a lot like this. Okay, very teepeed on top. Then you're going to place it down. Take your jump rings, take your pliers, twist it closed. Okay, just like that. Now there is going to be some movement up here, but don't worry about that. All right. So you just want to make sure that you get those jump rings nice and securely closed. Okay. Then we're going to come in with our bottom. We're going to use our 6mm jump rings. We're going to open one up. We're twisting laterally. We're not pulling apart. And we are going to feed one right through. And then we're going to do the same to the other side. Okay. Now with this jump ring, guys, you're going to see that it's going to sit a lot like this. Okay. You definitely want it at an angle. Okay. And then you want to take your pliers and just twist it closed again. All right, so it's okay if they move around a little bit right now. We're going to tighten them in a couple of minutes. I just want to get all of our jump rings in place. And then we're going to come in at this angle with another jump ring. Twist that open.
So Rita, for all sides of the triangle, you use the 6mm jump ring?
I'm using 6 on the bottom, 7 on the top.
6 on the bottom, 7 on top.
So you want to make sure that your jump ring is resting on the top, not the bottom. So when you bring it through, okay, You want to make sure that it's at the top. All right. And then I'm going to close this. Okay. So I'm just going to bring this up a little bit to show you guys, to better show you guys. So remember that you want your jump rings angled up. You don't want them angled down. Okay. And yes, they are moving right now. I'm going to show you how we're going to stop that. So you're going to come in, angle your jump ring up top. Okay. And what I want you to do is I want you to squeeze that jump ring. Okay. You're going to squeeze that jump ring right on your bracelets.
So you're kind
Okay.
of flattening it.
And you're flattening it. And I'll show you guys after I'm done with one. Okay. So if you see that I flattened it and I'm crossing it over. All right, just like that. So it's not round anymore. They're more crossing over one another like a key ring would. Okay, and that is going to keep your bracelets in place. Again, on the other side, make sure your jump ring's up. You're going to make sure that your split in the metal is facing up as well. Okay, you're going to take your pliers and you're going to flatten that wire. And when you flatten that jump ring, this is what happens, guys. It turns oval, okay? And then you're going to take your pliers and just overlap it. Okay, just like that. Now, another way, when we talked about the glue, another way you could do it, okay, is not hole punching these. Okay, I like to use a screw hole down punch because it just guarantees me more security of my corners. Sometimes I don't really trust glue all that much. I just like some reinforcements. Okay, but what you could do is use drops of glue in the corner. If you're not going to use your screw hole punches, and overnight, you're just going to take a butterfly clip and have it clamped closed until it dries. Personally, I like the look of doing it with the jump rings. I just feel it's more secure. Okay, then I'm going to come up top. I'm going to open up another jump ring, laterally twisting it. Okay, and I'm just going to put it right through that 7-inch, just like that, guys. And I'm just going to create a little chain. Oops. Twist it shut. Come in with another jump ring. Open that up. Close it. And just one more. And that makes a really nice hanging chain for it if you're going to place it on a wall. And I like to finish it off with my 7-inch jump ring at the top. Okay, so it looks just like this. All right, so you have a really nice shiny hook. All right, now I'm going to place that down. And we're going to come in with our center bar. Now, you have a choice. You could either hang your drop from the bottom, like the sample, or you could hang that right from the top. And I think with this one, I'm going to hang it right from the top. But I'm going to put that aside. Let's see how we feel when we're done. So we're going to take our triangle, our rectangle, and we're just going to place it in a safe place because we're going to work on that crossbar. All right, you're going to take your ruler back out again, and you're just going to find your center. So these are 6-inch bracelet blanks. I'm going to mark it at my 3 inches. All right, because that's where we're going to begin to curve around our tube. Now I'm going to use, let's see, I think I'm going to use the 2.48 centimeter tube. I'm just going to open that up. I'm going to take that paper out from inside of it. Now these are really great. I mean, you could use shells from a beach, more of like a memory jar. Definitely keep your cork for the top. You could put sands, you could put shells, anything you really want to put in there. Okay, you could even use resin inside of these and do something really creative. So I'm going to come in with my center like we did that small bar. Okay, and I have my center mark there. I'm lining it up and I'm just going to squeeze. Okay, then I'm going to continue around and then on the other side of my center mark. Okay, and you're going to see that when you start to bend, they're uneven. But as you are making your curve, it will all become one. So I will continue that. I'm going to come in, squeeze, and you can see now that your side that was higher is coming down. Okay, there we go. So you want to make sure that you're even on both sides. All right, and then you're going to take your jar and you're just going to pull this out a little bit. Slide your jar inside. And it kind of just takes the shape, and then you're going to pinch it a little bit. Okay, just like that. You're going to take your Sharpie marker and you're just going to give it a little dot to where the end of your jar is. And that would be right here for me. It depends on, I would give you guys measurements, but it depends on the jar that you're using. So you really just want to eyeball it to see where your glass tube is ending. All right, and give it a little mark. You're going to take your tube out, place it to the side, and you're going to come in with your chain nose pliers. You're going to come right where you put your first mark. Okay. You're going to take it and you're going to bend it towards you. Okay. So it looks a lot like this. All right. And you're going to do the same to your other side. So you have a U with your straightaways right next to it. Okay. Now you're going to see, since we forged the metal and it's a little wonky, you're going to see that it's a little uneven. What I want you to do is bring it back to your bench block. You're going to place it down and you're going to see, let's see if we can see that. There's spaces in between where your metal isn't touching your block. Okay. What I want you to do is you're going to take your nylon head in your hammer, your multifunction hammer, And you're just going to give it a couple of nice hits. Lightly tap, don't get too aggressive with it. And what this is going to do is it's going to straighten out your metal a little bit. Okay, so you're nice and even again. Now, your glass jar, again, will slide right into that. What you could do, guys, and it's kind of like held by tension of your bar, but what you could do is you could put a little dot of that Loctite in it or that Gorilla Glue. But you definitely are going to want to let it sit overnight, no matter what glue you use. Okay. So then you're just going to bend your pieces up a little bit and really go around that jar. Do you see what I'm doing? You're just going to really cradle it in there. And then once it's cradled, just bend them a little bit back again. So basically, you guys are forming metal using your fingers, which is fantastic. All right. So you're going to have a piece just like that. Okay. For the next step, let's see, we're at an hour. So
We can run over a little bit, Rita.
We can? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to bring our triangle back. Okay. But before we do that, we want to really hang our cluster. Okay. So I'm going to hang my cluster for the top. If you guys want to, you can have, you can make a hole anywhere here. You could add a bunch of clusters to the bottom if you like. It's really all personal preference, but I'm going to come in with another jump ring. And I'm going to hang this from the top. Open it. Slide my jump ring through. Come right inside of that other ring. And then close my jump rings. There we go. So I'm going to pull you up just a little bit. So it hangs really nicely in the center of that triangle. Now next step is to glue our center bracket. Okay. So what I want you to do is when you're gluing, you definitely don't want to do it on a kitchen table. If you are, I would definitely put a mat underneath or a piece of paper. So I'm going to take my glue. It could be the E6000. It could be the super glue, the Loctite that I was telling you about before. And you're going to use butterfly clips, office butterfly clips. So what you want to do, guys, is you want to take your glue, give it a dot on one side, not overly aggressive with it. Just 2 beads of glue. Make sure always to put your top back on so we don't get stuck to our projects. And then you are going to lay your frame right where you like it, okay? You're going to let it set for a few seconds, okay? Just let it really glue to the sides, stick. Then you're going to take your butterfly clip and you're going to clip one side, come around, and clip your other side. And I would definitely let it sit like this for, I want to say close to, you could let it sit overnight. Totally up to you. But these look really great, guys. You could add a lot of yarn to the bottom of it with lark's head knots. You could always go to ImpressArt.com and check out our Inspiration Gallery, we
Mhm.
have a bunch of these done different ways with yarn, with some macrame. So definitely pop on over and take a look at that. And now is our favorite time of the night. I know we're running out of time. I'm just going
I wanted to do a
to,
quick thing too to Jana. Yes, you can attach the middle bar with jump rings as well.
you could,
Yeah.
yes.
The same way that you did the other ones.
The same way we did the other ones. Okay, I actually would attach one on the top and one on the bottom for that. All right. So here comes our favorite part of the night for Jen and I. If you guys did make something with us, we'd love to see it.
Yeah. Hi, Alicia.
Hi, Alicia.
I know I'm pretty sure I saw Lexi stamping before.
Lexi, I know you were stamping. And I know you were Lexi. Lexi is my best friend from college's daughter.
Oh, very nice. Where'd you go? Oh, look at that wall hanging.
So
Awesome.
Lexi gets the best of the best. Let's see. I don't see anybody.
Everyone's so shy.
Come on, guys.
Julie just had hers up.
Yes, Julie and Lexi. Yep.
Hi, Lex. Let me say, can you hold it up? Beautiful. Beautiful, Lexi. It's gorgeous.
Awesome.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. Our next class is Jen,
It's on November 19th. So that's what we're signed up for so far. And it's a good one because it's right before the holiday season. So we will be taking a bracelet blank and this time actually bending it into a heart shape for an ornament.
Yes. So it's definitely a lot of bending like it was in this one. Thank you, Manu. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but thank you. But it's a double heart ornament. Definitely sign up for that. And Jen and I and everyone at ImpressArt, thanks to you guys for joining us this evening.
Take care, guys. Bye.
Bye, guys.